Alright, so of course we're back on the Citadel. And that means potentially worth keeping an eye out for other things that might pop up here. In case there are things that only become available now that we've completed Vermeer. But let's talk to the requisition officer, because like I said, there's a non-zero chance that he has the Spectre gear.
You've got. I'll open the rare
If so, then we are very interested.
Enjoy.
And want to get that as quickly as possible. And he does have it. Okay, so this is huge. This is huge. So here's the stuff we're looking for. So sniper rifle, Spectre manufacturer, level 10. Then we have the shotgun, we have the assault rifle, and we have the pistol down here. So that's all stuff that we very much would like to pick up. So let's do it. These are the big things that we were saving up for, and they are quite expensive, of course, as we might expect. But that's huge, because for a minute there, I was worried that we were not even going to be able to get it at all, because the Alliance Requisition Officer on the Normandy did not have it. But, okay, that's good. And then, suddenly, I mean, that takes away almost half of our credits there. So that's why I was saying several times before how, you know, it's one thing to be at maximum credits, but the Spectre gear is really expensive. So, it's not like we can just go totally crazy, and, you know, even if the Alliance Requisition Officer suddenly did get that stuff, then we could only just barely afford it. So now is when suddenly selling things becomes far more relevant. So let's not sell the things that we just picked up. That's not a good idea. But, you know, we've probably got a whole bunch of lower level stuff now. So, we did sell a fair bit to Commander Rentola back on the Normandy. But, or actually, just a little bit. This was the Colossus 9, which is just a weaker version of the armor that we just gave Garrus, so that's definitely safe to sell. This is the other armor that we were saying probably is worth keeping. Then, no good. Pulse Rifle, let's keep. Otherwise, we'll keep the Karpovs, but yeah, this is starting to get to the places where we were deliberately selling stuff we ran into here. May not be too much left down in this area, although Titan is definitely safe to sell. That's a lower level Turian armor. And as we were just saying, we've got the Turian armor that we need right now. This is human. Heavy level 7. This is the really good shield / biotic protection armor. Relative to the Colossus, which is the pure damage protection. And this would be for Ashley in this case. But at level 7, I'm thinking that's probably not good enough to warrant keeping. I mean, if you get a level 9 or ideally 10, then definitely be interested then. But at this point, it's going to be far less valuable stuff we're picking up here. Oh, we really get that many proton rounds? That surprises me. We probably don't need this many shredder rounds. Yes, it's good to have a lot of them, in case you do find yourself going up against a lot of humans or other organic life forms. And it's good to have enough of them to use on a whole bunch of weapons, but I think that's already enough there. And then probably similar story here with our tungsten rounds. So let's dump some of you. And then I think this is probably still enough. And then old human armor, old Quarian armor, old combat scanner, blah. Hopefully we don't need a level 5 kinetic stabilizer, or even level 6 at that. And this stuff, I would think, should be pretty darn safe to sell. Except, now that we're getting to the much lower level stuff, it is likely that it is significantly less valuable. So it is not nearly as important that we dump it. But definitely keep the anti-thorium gas, just because that is, you can only get it once. Okay, so we're back up at, what is this? Is it 7 million or is it 71 million? Whatever it is. Or number of digits we have at the moment. But, means we still have some potential room here to grow. And hold on, yeah, we have some level 10 low-rarity manufacturer weapons. So we'd never really end up using them. And these should be worth significantly more. So I think this is where real money is going to come from. all this stuff and bad manufacturers, so I'm comfortable selling any of it. That is not, though. In fact, when did we... Oh, we bought this. Did we switch to it? This is the best armor for us. Why are we not wearing that? What? We have 2 of those? I know we bought one recently, but I thought we equipped it. Did we not? Maybe we didn't. Alright. And here you're seeing just the sheer volume of level 10 items that we have is so significant that this may be enough to get us back up to the money cap. If not, it's going to be pretty darn close. Yeah, all this stuff that is lower level, or in this case, actually lower rarity manufacturer, is safe to sell because, especially after picking up a bunch of good armor recently, that's the best hazard resistance armor for Ashley. Though at this point, that might not even be necessary, to tell you the truth. Let's see. Then here on out, now we're getting to stuff that we probably want to keep because, yeah, the Spectre gear, obviously, we just purchased. We're keeping that. We're starting to pick up some of not only level 10, but level 10 highest rarity and therefore best armor and weapons in the game. So that stuff is, that stuff's gonna stay. And that means we can pretty definitively say that is what we are going to equip. And yeah, speaking of which, yeah, we still have the level 10, or rather the level 9 version of this equipped. We're on the level 10. We bought it. It is an upgrade. We should use it, and then if we turn around and sell it, the old one,
Hello, Commander.
then we might even get some money cap.
Show me what you've got. I'll open the
So then
rare
again,
stop for you, Commander.
it's kind of nice
Enjoy.
to not be at the maximum number, because that way, you know, there is actually some reason to earn monies from things. Otherwise, it becomes completely insignificant. And that feels a little strange at times. And you're like, okay, well, I guess we'll just throw this stuff out the window. Oh, also we have some level 10 shotguns here that we can dump, and a whole bunch of other things, actually, that we still can get rid of. Namely, all of this. And there you have it. Back at the max. Okay, so glad that we did get the chance to do that. That's really big. So I was, like I said, I was getting a little concerned there for a minute that we actually would not have been able to get any of the level 10 Spectre stuff, because we waited more or less to the last possible minute to do Vermeer. But that does also confirm our theory that completing Vermeer is the cutoff, or is the threshold, the thing that you need to do that will eventually give you access to that level 10 Spectre gear, which is, of course, the best in the game, at least from a weapon standpoint, though there isn't any Spectre armor or upgrades. Just doing a little scan around here, making sure that nothing new has popped up, as we often do when we're back on the Citadel after having done one of our main quest missions. And I think we've been thorough enough in our other searches around here that hopefully we are doing fine in that regard. Looks like at least in this area we are. In which case, in theory, if we wanted to go straight to, straight to Anderson, he would be in the wards at Flux. So that is the speed run, if you will, but I think it might be worth just double checking, maybe even at the markets. Similarly, see if there's might still be one Metagel capacity that we've not yet purchased from somebody. So it might be worth seeing if Expat has it.
Welcome back, Earth Clan.
Because ultimately the maximum for grenades and for Metagel is
Show me what
10.
you got.
I think we have gotten to
Most
10 for the
excellent.
grenades.
I am sure you will find something pleasing.
But I don't think we're there yet for the Metagel. Let's see what you have here. And the answer is no, you have a license that is bad. And that's about it. So no thank you there. There is also the other shopkeeper down here, Moreland, verify with him.
Yes, human. You need something, yes?
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Okay, let's go standard, and then we might check the non-human armors as well. So again, we were talking about Tally in particular, not having great access to good armor, and nothing of particular interest here.
Yes,
On that
you
side.
need something, yes?
Let me
Now
see
let's
what
look
you
at
have.
those non-human armors.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Okay. So in particular, would love for some good Orion armor, but no, you don't have any at all. So in that case, no thank you. And remember, previously, how I was talking about there's theoretically another way to make sure that you can get a few more first aid uses out, and one is to stand next to explosive containers and blow them up on people. And so, well, we don't have Caden as their sacrificial lamb. I actually think that Garrus is actually your biggest party member right now. Just heal him up real quick after doing that, and then he's a bro. He can take the hit, right? Just testing his resolve is all.
Get down!
And I also may have accidentally thrown a grenade at him. Just ignore that. Okay, but yeah, that's a couple more metagel uses we can get out of him. So there's our grenade going off. Don't mind us. We're just causing absolute mayhem in the markets. So actually, we are close to Flux. City is right over here in between the markets and the Dr. Michelle's medical area. However, hold on. We seemingly do have some other things going on here.
Excuse me, you're the Spectre, right?
Yeah? What's it to you?
Commander Shepard, it is an honor to speak with you.
Thanks.
What's this demonstration about?
I'm Charles Saraceno of the Terra Firma Party. With Armistice Day coming soon, we're making our voices heard by the alien appeasers on the Presidium. Can I count on your support in the next election?
What is this Armistice Day?
You're marking the end of the First Contact War with a protest?
As we have every year for the last 26 years. The war taught humanity a lesson that some would forget. If we don't stand up for ourselves, no one else will.
Okay, well, see, the thing is, we're supposed to be friends with the Turians now. Also, there's a Turian, and, he is right next to me, and he is our bro. So, how dare you try to suggest that the Turians are our enemies? Sounds like you haven't learned from our previous experiences.
I thought the lesson of the First Contact War was that there's other life in the galaxy, and they have opinions too.
Perhaps so, Commander. But if aliens feel free to express their opinions at gunpoint, why shouldn't we?
What happened at the mass relay was a misunderstanding. If you saw a child about to touch a gun, wouldn't you stop them?
I'd pull them away, yes. I wouldn't shoot them dead.
Okay. Interesting. I actually wonder, this conversation, may go very differently depending on, if you have Garrus in your party at the time. Of course, Garrus is here right now, so, like, would someone else say that, or is that only Garrus who can pipe in with that line? Let's see. So, what is this group, Terra Firma, you're
I
talking
don't
about?
know Terra Firma's platform. What do you stand for?
Our core value is that Earth must stand firm against alien influences. Politically, culturally, and in the worst case, militarily.
But many of your subordinates make this a point of race, not politics.
Excuse me, I don't believe human politics are any of your business.
Watch
Terrain
your mouth.
spaceport is yours. Of course we're concerned about your leadership.
There is a bigger picture here.
We live in this galaxy, Mr. Saraceno. We can't pretend that what we do affects no one else.
No, of course not. My apologies. I only meant to point out that other species have no right to interfere in alliance politics.
I mean, to a certain extent, but as Shepard just said, I mean, we all live in the same galaxy, and to a certain extent, one species politics affects another species politics. You know, if humans just like, forget about all the other races, we're just going to expand whenever and wherever we want, and we don't care what other people's plans are, then that has some pretty serious implications. You know, there's kind of another species who did that, and see, then the genophage happened. Because, yeah, the Krogan started colonizing worlds that already were colonized. So let's not go in that direction.
What are you running for?
I'm seeking one of the 5 spacer seats in Parliament. They have certain Baroque conditions for a citizen to be able to vote for them. You have to spend more than 6 months a year in space, but you can't have stayed in any one settled system for more than a month. You do spend most of your time in space, Commander.
Okay, so you're trying to say, are you trying to get us? Wait, are you saying to vote? Those are the qualifications, or are you saying to run those are the qualifications? Because that wasn't totally clear if you were trying to, like, what role do we play in this?
Sorry, I believe we need to work peacefully
But also
with other
this.
races.
We've heard that before in human history. Well-meaning naivete leads to declarations of peace in our time. We can't allow anything like Shanxi to happen again. I don't suppose I could convince you to issue a public statement of support for my candidacy. The support of the first human Spectre would be invaluable.
See, you know, you tried to diss my Turian friend here, and for that, I can never forgive you.
You have the right to your opinion, Mr. Saraceno, but with all due respect, I disagree with it.
I understand. I'm glad you support the democratic process, at least. Thank you for your time, Commander. Remember Terra Firma on Election Day, because Terra Firma remembers you.
Sure. Right. And we didn't hear much of their chants before we started that conversation, but now you can hear them. You know.
Throw the appeasers out.
Oh, that one's a little harsher.
Aliens off Earth!
Is that all?
Freedom isn't free.
No, it's not.
We bleed red!
Yeah.
We bleed red.
Okay, you've made your point here. Can we talk to this guy again?
I have to work the crowd, Commander. Maybe we can do lunch sometime?
No, absolutely not. Okay, we've got this little area down here, which I don't imagine has anything to do with it, other than Officer Lang, who we ran into briefly before. I doubt he has anything new to say to us. I mostly wanted to jump over here for a second, see if Dr. Michelle has perhaps anything new for us. For the most part, it seems like she has not really been restocking
Yes, Commander. Is there
for
something
supplies
I
all
can do
that
for
much,
Let me take a look at what you have
if
for
at
sale.
all.
you? Of course.
So I'm skeptical of this. Although, as we accidentally sift through all that stuff, she does have another Metagel upgrade. So this is the thing we're looking for. This is obviously huge. We'll absolutely take that, because that means we're now at 9 Metagel. So, as I was saying, I think that in theory the maximum is 10. So we are 1 away from that. Actually, is it 10 or is it 9? Might only be 9. Also, Dr. Michelle, just look the other way. No, she is looking the other way. Okay, we're good. We're good. Hey, Garrus. How's it going? How's it going, buddy? What the... Don't mind the gunshots. Or that, for that matter. That's what I meant to do. Once again, accidentally throwing a grenade. No, I think the maximum is 10. I was looking at the grenade and thinking to myself, whoa, I thought we were already at the maximum grenade capacity, and yet we're at 9, not 10. And that was because I accidentally threw a grenade previously as well. And no, Dr. Michelle, don't worry about the damages over there. You'll be fine. Surely everything will be fine. So that is potentially everything in the wards outside of obviously Flux, where we're actually supposed to meet with Anderson. Potentially head over to Cora's Den. Not thinking we're gonna find much there, but I suppose we should double check just in case I'm forgetting something. Oh, and also that's the wrong way. That's where we were not long ago. We could have walked this, theoretically, but let's see. Is there anything over here? Because I don't think there will be. But just to be certain, let's double check. Up there. No. Harkin, definitely not anything new from you. And then that's... Oh, not locked. Where we found Fist previously. Yeah, actually, I thought this stayed locked. Wow. I did not remember we could go back here. I mean, theoretically, there was a quest item that Fist dropped right after we were saving, or heading over to save Tally. And so I think if you don't make a point of picking it up at the time, then you theoretically may need to double back to get it. But I guess I thought that if you do pick it up, then it immediately locks that room afterward. Also, I recently learned that apparently Fist can survive. I've never had Fist survive in any of my playthroughs, but what happens is I think every time I go investigate or try to track down Fist, I bring Rex with me, and I think that's what we did this time. And Rex says he had a job with the Shadow Broker to basically assassinate Fist, and so he automatically kills him. However, if you don't bring Rex with you, then apparently you can actually have the choice of either sparing Fist or choosing to kill him. And so I've never seen that, but apparently that's possible. As long as you don't bring Rex, then you have the option. You can choose. All right, so then let's take a look at the Presidium here. And I think I chose the embassies first here because generally what we find is that after any of our main quest missions, we will almost always see our good old friend, Counselor Udina over here. And we can sort of debrief with him on our previous main mission, although we sort of did that already with the Council as well. So I suppose it's not much of a surprise to not see him here. And I'm doubting we'll find anything new here. I think it's just going to be these guys, and they're not going to have anything new for us to do with them. Not really expecting anything here. What did she just trip? What just happened? What was she doing? Okay, that was strange. Alright, then I'm not really expecting anything here either, but we'll maybe just check out the lounge at the very end as well. Just in case. Oh, this is where... Oh, no, that's where we came in. This is where Executor Palin is, and I don't think he's going to have anything new to say to us.
What can I do for you now?
Not just the same options to
I'll be
investigate
going
stuffs.
Goodbye, Commander.
Not really anything new there. Just poke our head in here. Make sure there is no one we can chat with.
This place seems strange. I wish there were more humans around.
That we have not yet done so with already. It looks like we're good here. No new faces. Oh, nope. Not this door. Sorry, Executive Palin. Don't mind us as we casually barge into your office. I think, perhaps more so than anything, what we'd like to investigate here, if there is anything else in the financial district. Also, apparently we have abandoned both of our allies. Tally and who else was it? Garrus, we brought with us. They're not interested in joining us here anymore. Or so it would seem. We're riding solo right now. But I'd like to see if there's anything else in the financial district from Dellin, the Hanar shopkeeper there, that might be of interest to us, although technically I suppose I went to the Isari consort area. Oh, now they decided to join us. Pretty sure they must have just spawned in. Or we ran far enough away from them. Don't think we're gonna see anything new here, though.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
Now, this is one of the areas where, for the most part, I think, you know, you're kind of just, you go here once or twice, and then you're kind of just done with it for the rest of the game. Whereas the other areas, you know, more new people that you'll occasionally run into. In the case of the shopkeepers, obviously, they'll restock every once in a while, and may have some new interesting stuff for you. But I think that's the primary thing we're looking for here, is if Delin happens to have something nice for us.
It is good to see you again. Would you care to see some of its fantastic items today?
Yes.
Show me your items.
Let's do that. And you have several categories,
this
right?
one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
So let's start with standard. And again, I think the primary thing we'd be looking for here would be a Metagel upgrade if you happen to have it. You don't, and none of those licenses are terribly interesting. So let's instead
Commander, it is good
search
to see you
for
again.
other
Would you
types
care
of items.
To see some of its fantastic items today?
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
So I think we try non-human armors. Again, if you could get some good coin armor, that'd be fantastic, but it's a very, very hard to come by. Level 10 stuff, but not of particular. I mean, there's some Quarian armor. This would be, actually, hold on, we should do this comparison. Let's say, it's not very good, but then again, her existing armor is not very good either. It is worse. She does have level 10 armor, even if it's not rare. So it is good enough to outdo that, although that is hazard armor. We're not really sure we can need that at this stage in the game.
Commander, it is good to see you again. Would you care to see some of its fantastic items today?
Alright, now let's look at upgrades.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
And I suppose if you do have a Metagel upgrade for us, then this might actually be the category that it falls under. Though I'm afraid that is not the case. We could get a high explosives 9, although I have to imagine we already have that. Don't think we need any of that other stuff. So I think we're looking good here. Parlavon over here, I don't think is going to have anything new for us either. Did see this quest over here a little while back where there was the couple, or technically they weren't a couple, they were siblings, arguing about the fate of their baby. But, let's see. Other than that, that's just about everything. Other than, let's see, when we were meeting with the council, did we technically have control while we were in the Citadel Tower? Or did we immediately get teleported back? I thought we might have. I don't remember us actually being in the tower. So why don't we take a second, take a look there, and then I think that'll be just about it in terms of places for us to explore for this trip to the Citadel. But, I mean, I don't think we're really gonna find anyone new here as well. I mean, again, we're mostly just verifying to make sure that we didn't overlook anything. But, we've been pretty thorough, for the most part, with all of our previous trips to the Citadel, and of course we have taken several trips to the Citadel previously, and that does mean that, for the most part, I don't think we're gonna find too much. And on this side, I don't think so. Okay. And then there's just this little area a little bit further down here as well, though I'm not even sure we ever talked to anyone here. This one guy gave us a mission right around here, but that's about it. Yeah? So I think we're good here. I think we had that one mission on the Citadel, and that's about it. In which case, I believe we are ready to head over to Flux and talk to Anderson to progress with the main quest here. And I think that this might have been the time when in my first playthrough I actually learned where Flux was, because again, on my first playthrough, I did not realize Flux existed for the longest time. So it might have only been when someone explicitly said to us, go to Flux, and I was like, what is Flux? Excuse me? Okay, so let's save here. Oh? Elias Keeler? Don't think we know you.
Soldier, I've got a major situation, and I need help from somebody with humanity's interests at heart.
Okay.
What kind of situation are we talking about?
Of course, right to business. That's why humanity has the best damn fleet in the galaxy.
Okay, a lot of this humanity talk
I'm an alliance negotiator.
makes me think you are,
Session coming up with the Solarians.
you know, another
You wouldn't believe what's
very
wrong
much
with this.
pro-human
I'm
person,
fighting
and
for humanity on this one, just like you are.
that you can like hate other alien species. That's the vibe I'm getting. We're reading between the lines a little bit.
I understand. It's important. So what do you need?
Well, in order to do my best for humanity, I need the best resources on the market. There's a mental stimulant that increases alertness and cognitive function. It's legal, but restricted. I've purchased the monthly limit, and I need more from the medbay.
Okay. Tell us more about
What
this.
is this stimulant exactly?
That sounds
Oh,
suspicious.
I don't know the medical terms, but it increases mental capacity, short-term recall, that sort of thing. It helps me stay focused, and it keeps me sharp. Nothing gets by me when I'm on it.
See, if you don't even know the name of it, that sounds like you are way in too deep here, and, you may, in fact, be an addict, but, let's not go there just yet. What kind of dosage are we talking about? Are you, like, tripling it?
If you know the monthly limits, why did you go over them?
Also
The
that.
negotiations were supposed to be last week, but the Solarians stalled it, probably deliberately. If I don't get the stimulant, I'll be a wreck. My assistant will take over, and that would be a disaster.
Have a little faith. Have a little faith.
You should put some trust in your assistant. Didn't you train him?
My assistant wants to bend over backwards for the Citadel races. He wants to show them we're reasonable. No race will respect us until we show them who's in charge. That's what it took with the Turians. See, I forget my assistant.
You do kind of just sound like a bit of a racist. But, what exactly is this negotiation?
Why is this deal so important?
The Solarians want to set up long-term trade agreements. There are billions of credits at stake. If I don't get the drug, my assistant will take over and mess up the whole deal. It would be a disaster.
Okay, and again, you know, trust your
You should put some
assistant.
trust in your assistant. Didn't you train him?
My assistant wants to bend over backwards for the Citadel races. He wants to show them we're reasonable. No race will respect us until we show them who's in charge. That's what it took with the Turians. See, I forget my assistant.
So, it does sound like you're just an addict here. Or at least you are way too reliant on this thing. When, you know, you probably should find a way to get the job done without the assistance of drugs. It's not really a sustainable solution, nor is it a healthy solution. So, that's not the answer you should be resorting to. Because, it's not really a long-term answer after all. So, this would normally be the decision I would take. But I'm trying to recall if we technically kind of sort of missed out on stuff. If we... you know what? Let's go the middle route here, no promises.
I'll see what I can do, but I can't guarantee anything.
I understand. I'll pay you back for it. And I can even throw in a little extra. Thanks for your help. Like I said, you can find the stimulant over in the medbay.
So, if we take that middle road, then we do get this actual assignment here, which I think is good because then we can, you know, we take it a little further and see what we want to do from here. So, Mr. Keeler, an alliance negotiator, has asked you to get him a legal but regulated stimulant in order to improve his performance in an important upcoming treaty negotiation. Go to the med clinic in the upper wards and purchase the drug that Keeler needs for his treaty negotiation. So, we can do this, but I think the reason why I did that and didn't just immediately say, well, you're an addict, is because I think if you do that, then you may just not even get this quest at all, and you might just immediately end it. Here's the people we were talking to previously. And is it actually from Dr. Michelle? Or is it, oh, hold on. She's back over this direction. Come to think of it. She's the one who's the actual person running the med clinic. Is that what you were referring to? Kind of seemed like it.
Blood for aliens.
What does that even mean? Not gonna give them blood transfusions? I mean, don't Turians have fundamentally different biology? Don't all other species have fundamentally different biology? So it's not like a human blood transplant's gonna work.
Commander, is there something
Blood
I can do
transfusion.
for you?
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
Okay, so do you have... Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, so we actually have some options here. We have a mental stimulant. Vidilicet is a complex synthetic chemical that improves short-term memory and mental focus in humans. This is the mental stimulant that Elias Keeler asked you for. Or we have a depressant. Eximo is a non-addictive narcotic used to treat stress in humans. It is often prescribed to executives and government officials who tend to overwork. So this is an interesting one. So, as you might be able to tell, we can do what he wants us to do and give him the stimulant. But, as we were saying before, does he really need it? Is he just, addicted to this thing? Quite possibly. Or we could give him exactly the opposite, in which case, of course, we are potentially sabotaging this meeting. But on the other hand, we're potentially teaching this guy a bit of a lesson, personally, and fortunately it does say non-addictive, so it's not like we're just, getting this guy hooked on hard drugs, although, it's probably still not exactly the safest, most honorable of things to do. But, can we purchase them? I mean, they're, 77 credits? They're basically, pennies. We can buy them both. So, I think we take them. And let's see, so we were at Flux. And this'll give us some options, and we'll have to think this one over. As for just how devious we are feeling, or just how stern we want to be with this guy, we may still be able to say to him, "No, you know what? You don't get any drugs, because that shouldn't be your solution." We could sabotage and give him exactly the opposite of what he's asked for, or we could just give him exactly what he wants.
Any luck getting what I asked for?
So, yeah. Here's the thing. So we can say, you're an addict, or I'm leaving, and I think potentially either of the, or at least you're an addict, I think, immediately ends it and says that, basically he gets mad at us and storms off. Or we can give him what he wants, or we can give him the opposite of what he wants. So, what do we think? I mean, this... Based on the description of this, this drug that we picked up, it sounded like, obviously it's the opposite of what he asked for, but it said, used by some executives who overwork. Now, this guy is getting pretty worked up, so in some ways, it seems like, you could maybe even make the case that maybe this is not sabotage as much as it's actually an attempt at correcting his behavior, which is still not the most honorable way to do that, but let's do it.
Here, this should take care of all your problems.
Perfect. The Solarians will never see me coming. Here, this is for your trouble.
I'm just gonna pop it right in front of us?
This isn't the stimulant. What did you give me?
A lesson? I mean, yes, basically. Did we go that route? We couldn't risk
You're
it.
an addict and a bigot. Your assistant will do a better job. You need to get help.
You bastard! You set me up, alien-loving scum.
So, yeah, understandably, we did get a lot of renegade points for that, because that was, I mean, we did sabotage this whole thing. I mean, might be no matter what you do, you might get some renegade points for that if you actually complete that. It might be the only way to go the Paragon route is to actually say, no way. But, yeah, it just seemed like it was an interesting, fun opportunity to see what would happen there, mix it up a little bit. So there you have it. Then, let's see, we have Doran. He's dancing down here, and we can dance with him. Because, you know, it's always time to dance, right? Shepard Shuffle. Good old-fashioned Shepard Shuffle. There it is. Now you can see it in truth. It's full glory. That is exactly what it is. It is glorious indeed. Alright, so then... Anderson was down there.
Waiting for someone else.
Hey there, welcome to Flex.
Could, I mean, if we really want to, we could gamble up here at the Quasar, but I don't think that is of particular importance.
Hey, good to see you.
So, let's chat with Anderson.
I'm glad you came, Shepard. I heard what happened.
Yeah.
They pulled me off the mission. Just like when they forced you to give up the Normandy.
I know, I'm sorry. I wanted to warn you, but there was no way to get a message to you before you docked. I know you're pissed off right now, but you can't give up. They all think this is over, but we both know it's not. You have to go to Ilos. You have to stop Saren from using the conduit.
I mean, yeah, but we're currently in lockdown here on the Citadel, and Saren presumably is already on his way, if not at Ilos.
There's only one ship that can get me into the Terminus systems undetected, and she's grounded.
Citadel controls locked out all the Normandy's systems, but if we override the Ambassador's orders, we can get them to bring the Normandy back online. You can be in the Terminus systems before anyone even knows you're gone.
I mean, that sounds like that's gonna get you in a lot of trouble.
If we steal the Normandy, you're the one left holding the bag.
And if Saren finds the conduit, life as we know it is over. The Reapers will destroy us. Humans, Asari, everybody. You're the only one who can stop him, Shepard. So I'll do whatever it takes to get you on the Normandy and off this station.
What about the rest of the crew?
Stealing the Normandy is mutiny. What if the crew won't help me?
The Normandy's your ship now, Commander. Her crew will follow you to the ends of the galaxy. We both know that.
I mean, I hope you're right. And, well, I suppose at the very least, thank you.
I won't forget this, Captain. I promise.
I can unlock the Normandy from one of the consoles in the Citadel Control Center. You'll have a few minutes before anyone realizes what happened.
That's a restricted area patrolled by armed guards. How are you going to get in?
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're in the Normandy when the systems come back online.
That doesn't sound good, though.
You're gonna get yourself killed. There has to be another way.
Ambassador Udina issued the lockdown order. If I can hack into the computer in his office, maybe I can override it.
He won't just stand by while you use his computer.
Hopefully he won't be there. If he is, I'll just have to think of something.
The ambassador won't forgive this, Captain. You'll be charged with treason, a capital offense.
We don't have a lot of options. I break into the ambassador's computer, or I take my chances with the patrols in Citadel Control.
Phew. Interesting question. I mean, this one, maybe breaking into the Citadel Control more physically dangerous, because it's armed guards over there, whereas breaking into his office, maybe more politically dangerous, excuse me, in that, you know, if the Udina is there and catches you, then, you know, he's definitely the type of politician that would easily turn around, stab you in the back, and sell you out. So if he catches you, you are done for. And, you know, maybe it's not as direct physical harm as much as it's, you know, you get incarcerated for the rest of your life, or, you know, you get banished from the Citadel and stranded out there in exile and left to die or something like that. I mean, who knows? But that being said, I mean, if there's anyone who, who's been a little bit, well, unsavory to deal with then it would probably be Udina. So, you know, break into his office. Go for it.
You'll have a better chance if you go after the ambassador's computer.
I was hoping you'd say that. The ambassador has made this personal.
It was his order,
Get the hell
apparently.
off this station, Commander?
Ooh. Okay. So, good question. Are we ready to go or not yet? I think we are. So we made a point of checking, you know, basically every other section of the Citadel. Make sure there was nothing else that we needed to do. So, I think we should be good here.
Let's do it.
I'll take care of the lockdown. You get down to the Normandy and tell Joker to stand by.
Alright, let's take a look at our journal here. And it is on the main mission. So, didn't even say anything. Oh, well, met with Anderson. So, Captain Anderson is waiting for you in the wards at Flux. Well, we've already done that. Okay. Well, we're just heading out here. And in theory, Anderson wants us to race down the Normandy, though not actually sure if it matters here. I actually don't know. But I suppose we can fast travel down, because like I said, I mean, we've checked everything in the embassies, consort chambers, financial district, Citadel Tower, and wards. Technically not wards. Well, we kind of locked ward access anyway. But nothing there of particular importance. Then wards, we checked CSEC when we were first in here. Course M, we looked there. Med Clinic, we were there a couple times. Markets as well. So CSEC is also the way out. And I mean, if there's one thing we wanted to do before we get out of here, it would probably be, I mean, we did technically finish a couple of missions, so it's probably unlikely, but theoretically possible. The requisition officer might have restocked on more level 10 Spectre gear.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
And he is not. He... Whoop, has not. I was going to say if he has anything else. Very bottom, license-wise, we might want, or upgrade-wise. But that is not the case. So in that case, I think we're good to go here. Let's head out. Because Normandy is this way.
Negotiations between the Alliance and the Solarian Republic have finally concluded. Solarians praised the openness and flexibility of Alliance negotiators in pursuing a deal that benefited both sides.
There you go.
The deal was brokered by new Alliance negotiator Thomas Kent after his mentor Elias Keeler withdrew, citing health reasons.
There is the negotiation that we were helping with, as it turned out. You know, seemed as though given the assistant the opportunity to step in meant that the Solarians and the humans, well, they got along a little bit better. Alright, so Normandy was on lockdown.
Stand by, shore party.
At least able to get in here.
Progress.
Alright, Anderson. He is there.
Anderson, what are you doing here? I didn't send...
Punch him in the face. Joker's like, you sure, Shepard? Go,
Get
go,
us out of
go.
here, Joker. Now.
Aye, aye, Captain.